Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa sallallahu ala nabiyil kareem. Sisters and brothers, when I reached this international village, the first counter was Mr. V.K. Kapoor. He told me a very beautiful story. He said that he was traveling from Jalandhar to Delhi and suddenly he got a heart stroke. He was badly damaged. Fortunately, after this, he met Babaji, and what happened? It was a miracle. Babaji put his hand upon his heart, and suddenly he was in complete health. Now he is living he's in normal health without visiting any doctor or any hospital. Here are so many people who will tell you such stories. Really, it is a miraculous city. This was my first visit to this place, I found it a spiritual city. Everywhere there was spirituality, love and peace and harmony. I remember the word of Swami Vivekananda. 100 years ago, he said that it is my dream that India will soon emerge as a spiritual country, a spiritual land. And I think that India is emerging here in this international city. Here, Swami Vivekananda's dream is being fulfilled. Now, a few words about the topic. You know, the topic for this evening is Islam and the concept of love and peace. I can say that I am a student of Islam. I have studied Islam in detail. I can say with conviction that Islam is a religion of love, peace and harmony. You know, the most sacred book in Islam is Al-Quran. Quran contains 6,500 verses. I can say that near about 99% of those verses pertain to love and peace and harmony, either directly or indirectly. So this is the basic teaching of Islam. If you take a copy of Quran and start reading, you will find that the very first verse is about love. This is Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This verse is repeated in the Quran no less than 114 times. This verse means that God is God of love and compassion. So this verse introduces God as the God of love and compassion. Then we read in the hadith, that is saying of the Prophet of Islam, that تَخَلَّقُوا بِأَخْلَاقِ اللَّهِ, adopt the attributes of God in your life. So it means that when God is God of love and compassion, we have also adopted these values. We have to be person of love, person of compassion. This is the basic message of Islam. I can say that the most important message of Islam is that one's behavior should be insan-friendly or human-friendly. There are some references in the Quran and Hadith that tells us that there are two basic principles of Islam. Two basic principles of Islam. That is, worshipper of God and well-wisher of man. These are two basic principles of Islam. What is well-wishing? Well-wishing means love. So love is the basic requirement from a human being, for a Muslim. The Prophet of Islam has said, Al-Muslimu man salama an-nas min lisanihi wa yadihi. Muslim is one by whose hands and tongue people are safe. This is culture of love. What is culture of love? Culture of love means culture of tolerance, culture of compassion, culture of well-wishing, culture of humanity. This is love culture. Islam promotes culture of love. And culture of love contains all these human values, all these positive values. Here I would like to add that Islam emphasizes to promote all those values that are helpful to love culture. For example, Quran says, As-sulhu khair. As-sulhu khair means reconciliation is the best. You know, where there are controversy, when there are differences, then if you are not ready to reconcile, then it generates hate. And then there is no love. So if you want to love, if you want to live with love, then you have to abandon hate. Then you have to abandon controversy. You have to abandon confrontation. All these things are hindrance towards love culture. Then there is a very beautiful hadith. Hadith means saying the Prophet of Islam. Inna Allah yoti al-rifq ma la yoti al-unf. It means that God grants to love what He does not grant to hate. It means that in this world, love is more effective when you are in society, in your family, in your nation. If you adopt love culture, then you are more powerful. And you adopt hate culture, then you are weak. You cannot do anything. So this hadith tells us that God grants to love what He does not grant to hate. So Islam promotes love culture rather than hate culture. This is the true message of Islam. Then there are very, very important teaching of Islam. It is that Islam differentiates between enemy and attacker. Enemy and attacker. If someone attacks upon you, then you are allowed to go to defensive war. But if somebody is your enemy, you cannot go to war. There is a verse in the Quran, وَجَادِلْهُمْ بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ فَإِذَا الَّذِي بَيْنَكَ وَبَيْنَهُ عَدَاوَةٌ كَأَنَّهُ وَلِيٌّ حَمِيمٌ. And if you find some enemy, then what is your behavior towards your enemy? Do good deed in return for bad deed. And you will find that your enemy has become your dearest friend. It means that, according to Quranic teaching, every enemy is your potential friend. What a beautiful idea. People generally hate their enemies, but here we find a very different kind of teaching, that see your enemy as your potential friend. So, try to turn this potential into actual. This is the basic teaching of Islam. Here I would like to narrate a story from the life of the Prophet of Islam. You know, the Prophet was born in Mecca, that is the city of Arabia, in 570. He lived in Mecca near about 13 years. Then he migrated to Medina, another city of Arabia. He lived over there 10 years. Then he died in 632 and buried over there. So what happened? At that time, there were some Jewish tribes in Medina. So one day the Prophet saw a funeral procession passing through a street in Medina. Prophet was seated at that time. On seeing the funeral, he stood up in respect. One of his companions said, "O Prophet, it was funeral of a non-Muslim, not a Muslim." The Prophet replied, "Was he not a human being? Alaysat nafsan? Alaysat nafsan? Was he not a human being?" It means that although there were differences in religion, in culture, in race, but Prophet found a commonality between himself and that non-Muslim. And that was love. Love is greater than everything. There are differences in other things like culture and religion and so on. But there is no difference in love. You can love everyone. Because you are human being, also others are human being. So love is the greatest binding force between all men and women. The Prophet of Islam used to rise early in the morning and pray in these words, Allahumma ashhad anna al-ibada kullahum ikhwa. O God, I bear witness that all human beings are one and the same. All are brothers and sisters to each other. This is the true message of love. There is a very relevant dua of the Prophet of Islam. This dua was, Allahumma anta as-salam wa minka as-salam wa ilayka yarji'u as-salam hayyana rabbana bis-salam wa adkhilna daraka dar as-salam tabarak rabbana wa ta'ala ya dhal jalali wal ikram. It means that, O God, you are peace. Peace returns to you. You are peace. Peace is from you. Peace returns to you. O God, let us live in peace. O God, enter us into the home of peace. O God, glory be to you. Peace means, what is peace? Peace is another name of love. Peace is only another name of love. When you are in love, you are peaceful. And where you are peaceful, you are in love. So peace and love both are synonymous words. There are so many other references in the Quran in this regard. For example, there is a very relevant hadith. Someone came to the Prophet and asked very meaningful question. He said, O Prophet, give me a master advice by which I may be able to manage all the affairs of my life. He wanted a master key, a master formula to manage all the affairs of his life. Prophet said, La taghzab, don't be angry. Now, What is don't be angry? It means, in other words, try to live in love. Because when there are provocation, when there are hate, so people generally fell into anger and revenge. But if you know the value of love, then you will forgive. You will forgive. So this is the message of positive thinking. Don't be angry means response positively even in negative situation. And when you are ready to respond positively in negative situation, the result is love. The result is love. So according to my study, Islam is religion of love. All the teachings of Islam are based on love and peace and harmony, either directly or indirectly. And I am very happy that I was blessed by this audience, spiritual audience, and I make my dua that God may bless you. God may help you to realize this noble cause under the leadership of this Supreme Guru. Thank you.